What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing super well. Back at it again, episode 4, I think. 4? Damn, we've done 4 of these. That's kind of cool. Episode 4 here of Late Night Story Time, even though I'm recording this in the morning. So shout out to me for that. But yeah, got another late night story here for you. For those of you that don't know, this week, I'm not going to tell you when, is my B-Day. And kind of bummed out, but kind of happy, but kind of bummed out. I'm turning 21, so that's exciting. After I turn 21, I can officially consume alcoholic beverages on the podcast, which is kind of cool. So I think that's the exciting part about this. But I want to share a story with you about my birthday and about how I'm feeling and all that, but I'm not going to give any of it away. I'm just going to tell you the story. Okay. This one's called Birthday Blues. Enjoy. I feel so bad, but the best birthday I ever had was the one I celebrated away from my family. I'm confused. Is that a bad thing? Whatever. Let's just tell this part of the story first. This was, of course, pre pandemic, and let's take it back to the beautiful fall of 2019. Can you already believe that was 2 years ago? That was 2 years ago. It literally felt like it happened yesterday. But oh well, time phenomenon that it is. It was my freshman year of college, and I was down in Southern California. And so far, it had been a good amount of fun, but a lot of adjusting too. A lot of people like to say that I've talked to and that have heard from say that their freshman year was like a movie. And quite honestly, with the amount of people I met and the amount of personalities that I encountered throughout my 1 year of legitimate college, it feels like my social battery has yet to reach 100% since then. I think a lot of people who had that freshman experience can agree with me. It's sort of the first time you're away from you know, your established community back home, and it's essentially like full freedom. In high school, you could go off campus for lunch and choose like 2 classes, and we thought that was so crazy. We thought, wow, this is the most amount of choice we've been given in our lives. College was the opposite. You want to go to LA for the weekend? Go for it. You want to eat cookies for breakfast? As long as the dining hall serves them. You don't want to go to class for a week straight? I mean, it's on you, but you could get away with it. Welcome to college. You could choose whatever you want to do. To my credit, to my credit, I actually didn't do any of these things. I'll say any of the things I listed above. Okay, maybe I had cookies for breakfast once. Once, okay. I'll say this about my freshman year. I had my fair share of fun, and I did a lot of things that I totally regret. But you live and you learn, and then you make the same mistake again. But it's cool. You're 18. So unless your mistakes land you in jail, they really don't matter in the grand scheme of things. I got lucky. My freshman year, I ended up making a lot of really cool friends. And as the semester continued, I was happy that I had found a good group of friends that I could depend on. But then again, how much did they really know about me? It had been like a month and a half since we'd all gotten together and met, right? As October came and the San Francisco 49ers continued to win games and were undefeated, I was pretty damn happy. I had friends, the team I loved was finally putting it all together, and life was pretty freaking good. And honestly, for a while, my birthday was an afterthought. I barely even thought about it until I looked down at my phone calendar and saw it was a mere 4 days away. Damn, time really does fly. I feel like this is just going to be a theme for this whole show. Time really does fly when you have to do a lot, and there's a lot going on socially, academically, literally everything. I had always looked forward to my birthday every year. I would wake up super early in the morning and start jumping around the house and eat chocolate at 7 in the morning while the rest of my family would hesitantly wake up and wonder what we were going to do. And that was a part of the plan on my epic day. I did everything from my birth I did everything on my birthday, from skipping school to eating the most unhealthy food to watching movies on Mondays to you name some of the fun activities that I've done. I've probably done it on my birthday. That was all with my family though. This time it was going to be different. It was in college and everyone was broke, so we couldn't do anything. It wasn't like I was looking forward to my birthday that much that year anyway. It was one of the first times that I really had felt old. I was on my own, living my own life, and it wasn't like I could just ball out on my parents' money like I used to. I felt like I had to deal with adult responsibilities and all the things that come with being older. I mean, my birthday was laundry day after all. Jesus Christ. Am I freaking 50? Wow. How old am I? So the day came closer, and I had thought of a plan of what I wanted to do. I was going to go to class and then walk the mile to Chipotle and grab some dinner and come back and watch Thursday night football while finishing the one Modelo that was left in the fridge and call it a night. Sounded pretty good, actually. My parents are going to want to call me, so that's about it. Probably pick that up, talk to them for a little bit, and that was a plan. Sounds like a plan. The day before my birthday, I went to grab some hummus from the fridge. Note to any college kid. Actually, okay. Note to any college kid who is sick of dining hall food and just wants to feel satisfied without grabbing too many munchies and junk food. Go to Trader Joe's, pick up like 3 to 4 boxes of the Mediterranean hummus, specifically the Mediterranean hummus, not that hummus dip shit. That stuff is trash. A couple of the tabbouleh containers and a couple things of the pita bread, multi-grain, regular, you choose. It'll cost you like $20, which I mean for college kids is a lot to be fair, but it lasts you a month and you can just eat pita pockets, which taste fire, fire, and they're totally worth it. Pita pockets. I'm telling you, you heard the recipe. You take the pita bread, you spread some hummus, or you take the pita bread, you toast the pita bread, then you put some hummus on it, then you put some tabbouleh, eat that. It's hella good. It's so worth it. It's totally good. If you have money, you can also buy, some rotisserie chicken from Costco, cut that up, put it in there. Woo! Woo! Pita pockets. You heard it here first, guys. I have provided you with the college hack. Anyway, where was I? Okay. My roommate runs and blocks me from fully opening the fridge. He tells me, "Your surprise is in there. Don't open it till tomorrow." Holy hell. Did he really remember my birthday? I mean, I think I mentioned it like once in conversation. Damn, that was nice of him. That was cool. But little did I know the things that were happening after. And the present he eventually gave me was a 30 rack of my favorite beer at the time. That was pretty cool. That was kind of awesome. The next day, it felt like the start to a normal day. Family called and wished me a happy birthday and delivered a package that ended up being a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey, which was kind of cool. I mean, in hindsight, I'm just not going to comment on that anymore. Then I went to class, which is where all the crazy stuff started happening. Never before have I been sung happy birthday multiple times a day by different groups of people, and people were wishing me that I had no idea they even knew. It was pretty surreal. That's not where it ended, though. For me, birthdays have always been about spending time with the people that I love and doing the things that I love. One of the main things that I love to do, and the way to my heart, is food and drink. I don't know if it was the fact that I was celebrating my birthday in college with a bunch of broke kids who didn't have a lot of money and couldn't buy me stuff, so they had to compensate with other things, but the gestures that people showed me on my birthday were some of the kindest things that I have ever received. One of my floor mates just saw something at the store that reminded them of me, and they just handed it to me. And it was a small, but it was probably one of the cooler things I'd ever seen. A Warriors gnome. Like, it's super random, but when it got handed to me, I felt like I needed that my whole entire life. Other people gave me art. They painted little pictures of me and Alex Morgan. Some people cooked for me. They made me dinner, cake, and everything I ever could want. But just couldn't think about in the moment. And then to cap it all off, we partied on the porch till it hit midnight. And when the day ended, I felt so shitty. It was over. People talk about the best days of your life and how you don't realize them until they're gone. I fully realized when I went to sleep that night that that was one of the best days I had ever had. I just knew. It was incredible. The collection of people who I thought would just go about their days, maybe wish me if I was lucky, came together and made sure I had a great day in all sorts of different ways. It was something that I didn't even know I wanted, but I got. And that's what made my 19th birthday amazing. But that's not it. 2 years removed, I'm turning 21. The last few years have jaded me from birthdays, to be honest. Maybe it's the fact that I'm growing up or the fact that I stopped caring about my birthday as much. This year, my 21st is coming, and it feels awful, but great in a lot of ways. It's awful because of the fact that for the first time in my life, I feel like an adult. I work now. I have legit responsibilities. Life is getting more and more complicated, but I also think about the fact that that I feel like by the age of 21, I wanted to do so much. I wanted to be more than I am right now. I know I'm super young, but I still can't help but compare myself to the peers around me sometimes. They're all turning the same age, and when I envision their lives and see things that they're doing, I'm in awe. Full-time job offers, graduating a year early, finding new groups of peers, dating awesome new people. Then there's me, stuck in COVID, still doing school from home, questioning the merits of a college degree, unsure of what anything holds out of college, and the fear of being dependent forever scares the shit out of me more than anyone would ever know. I'm turning 21, but I feel like I'm turning 24. COVID aged me a few years in so many regards. The way I view my relationships, life, my career, everything. It's weird, but I don't feel like a kid anymore. And that hurts. I miss being able to do stupid shit and get away with it. The excuse that I get away with it because of the excuse that I'm still young. But the more and more conversations I have with people, I don't want to take the next step into adulthood. I don't want to be the adult that everybody wants me to be. I know 21 is supposed to be the birthday where you want to celebrate the fact that you can drink and smoke and gamble legally, that all the things have been considered that all the things have been considered sins up until this point that have become legal. Dude, I've done all these things. I've done all the sinful things. I've drank, I've smoked, I've gambled. Sorry, mom. Um yeah, I've bet on sports. I haven't played blackjack for real. Actually, no, take that back. I did that legally in Europe though. That was legal. Okay. Anyway, like, I feel as though I don't want to party and drink like mad on my 21st. All I really want to do is just retreat to my happy place and be alone. What a fucking depressed 21-year-old he must be thinking. Why is he so sad that he's about to enter the prime of his life? The thing is, I'm not upset. I'm just not excited to have more expectations placed on my shoulders. I despise the fact that I feel like in the process of growing older, I'm questioning the fact that I don't want to lose the child in me. I don't want it to go away, but it has slowly been headed down that path. Of course, I'm scared for the future, and there's so much that I'm unsure about at 21. But here's the thing, I have two things that are going for me. Well, two things that I have been thinking about a lot. The first is that I don't really like extravagant things anymore. When I was younger, I used to tell my parents that when I turned 18, I wanted to have a dinner at French Laundry in Napa. For those of you that don't know, French Laundry is like this really expensive restaurant. When I turned 18, I wanted that dinner, but a little less. And at 21, I think French Laundry is a complete and utter waste of money and would rather get Chipotle instead. In my short life so far, the one lesson that I've learned growing up in front of a lot of people who love to show off and into a culture that is built off people flexing is that I like simple things. I love simple moments. I love experiences from the mundane. Spending time with a close friend in the parking lot talking about the good old days, working at your favorite restaurant as a child and watching some other child smile as they take the biggest bite out of their food, running a bar at a party with one of your best friends, going on a walk in the middle of February at 6:30 in the morning when the weather is not a tad above 32 degrees, when no one is outside except you and the sounds of your favorite sports radio show. That is what I live for now. It's not the clout, it's not the big things. It's the simplicity. I live for simplicity. The other thing that I have within myself is this itch. I've had this itch since I was a kid. Bro, you're different. You're gonna be different. Don't listen to everyone. Explore. Run wild. I can't really explain it. It's why I do things like this. It's why I make shows. It's why I work my fucking ass off when I had got 80 million other things to do to make a show happen. I love building stuff and I've known that forever. And that's really the way I fit into this world, is going at it a little differently than other people. I want to take the road that people haven't been on, and I want to continue to believe in myself because I have that itch and I got to scratch it somehow, right? I got to do something. At 21, I don't expect to figure anything out. Hell, who knows at 41 if I'll even have 5% figured out. But I sure as hell am going to try. And even though I've been feeling the birthday blues lately and haven't wanted to do anything, I'll try to find a way to have fun. But truly, I don't want to overcomplicate this birthday. Another year, another birthday, whatever. But I'll make the most of it. And I'll think back to my favorite birthday with a smile and think about how much I've changed since then. And then think about how much change is left to come and be excited by the opportunity. Happy birthday to me. All right. That was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that story. I know it was a little depressing at the end there, but I try to amp up the mood a little bit with the ending. Um, no, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was just kind of what I've been feeling the last sort of couple weeks. With my birthday coming up and stuff. But I'll definitely try to enjoy it. I know that it's definitely a day that uh, I've enjoyed a lot in the past and is one of my favorite days. But I don't know, this year just feels a little different, and I'm not looking forward to it as much. And that's a weird feeling to have when you've loved it so much for so long. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed that late night story. Good night. I hope you're listening to this at night. Good night. And I hope you have a great night. I hope you have sweet dreams. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next episode of The Chingabi Show or maybe on another episode of Late Night Stories. We'll see. All right, guys. That's all I got, though. Peace.